Trying to understand royalties is like trying to understand Scientology. Well, let me explain. You think you have a general idea of what it's about, but the further you start going, the more confused you even are. Well, have no fear, because I am here to help you be a little bit less confused, because it's still kind of crazy. Let's talk about royalties.
So without further ado, hit that smash button and like it. Subscribe, it's awesome.
What's up, everybody? Garrett from Track Sounds here, multi-time Billboard charting music producer and music marketing expert, here to give you some game on what the hell are royalties. My question of the day is, though, have you signed up for ASCAP or BMI? They're a performance rights organization. I'm gonna explain more, don't worry, but have you signed up for them? Let me know in the comments which one you're with. If you're not with either one, don't worry, we'll talk about it and explain it all. But without further ado, let's get into the thing everybody wants to talk about. Royalties 101. Royalties. You probably think getting paid royalties is pretty straightforward, huh? You get a stream, Spotify gets it, they pay you, and then that's it. Hold on, let me get my button. You're wrong. There's a ton of other things go. It's one of the most confusing things ever. I'm not really sure why they do it, but I'm gonna break it down for you and help you figure it out. There's several different calculations that get paid out, and I'm not even gonna try to explain them. They get paid out to your label, distributor, publisher, etc. Music royalties are received when a license is used and they're paid to the rightful license holder. This can be everything from TV, stadiums, streaming platforms, radio, etc., etc. But I'm gonna break down how they do this. The first thing you need to understand is that there's two sides to every single song that you record. There's the master side and the composition side. The composition side is the melody, lyrics, harmony, stuff like that is jotted down on your notes app, a notepad, anything that is not an audio recording. This is usually paid out to the writers and the publishers. The next side is the master side. This is when it's turned into a sound recording and actually recorded. This goes to the artists and the labels. Stay with me now, there's two sides to every single song. This is big for the whole thing. Now, to get it even more confusing, there are 6 different types of royalties. And on top of that, they vary from country to country. So I'm going to be speaking on specifically the US for the majority of it, but a lot of these apply to most of the world. You'd think they could give you one payment, but no. Don't ever think they would do something easy like that. We're gonna break it down into quite a few different payments and you figure out where you're supposed to collect it from. But don't worry, I got you. So I'll break it down this way really quick because streaming sites are probably gonna be your biggest form of royalty unless you get lucky enough to land on TV, film, or radio. If Spotify pays about half a penny every stream or two, that means about 38 cents of it will go towards the master side and about 12 cents of it will go to the composition side. The master side of that royalty will be paid to your distributor. The composition side will be broken down into mechanical and performance royalties. These can be paid out to the Harry Fox agency or your music publishing administrator for mechanical. And for the performance side, this will be your performance rights organization, ASCAP or BMI. Damn, this shit is confusing. First one is streaming royalties. This used to be something when CDs were getting sold and vinyls and things like that. Obviously now it's pretty much Spotify, Apple Music, things like that. These are paid out to a distributor. Basically, usually what happens is an artist or a label put their music to a distributor. The distributor puts it online. For the streaming royalties, these are paid back to the distributor. This is on the master side. I will say this is probably gonna be your biggest piece of the royalties. Next one is your neighboring rights. This is when it starts to get a little complicated because these are not collected in the US. The neighboring rights are similar to performance royalties, which I'll cover in a little bit, but this is paid on the master recording side. They're not paid in the US, and even that, you have to jump through a whole bunch of hoops and fit a whole bunch of criteria to even be categorized as a neighboring rights thing. So I'm not gonna spend too long on it. The third one is digital performance rights. So the US doesn't pay on the master side for AM and FM radio, but they do pay for the XM and digital radio style. The government, this is a government-sponsored company called Sound Exchange. You probably heard me talk about it a couple times. This is how you can collect your non-interactive streams, basically. Anything like Pandora, XM radio, online radio, all types of different things. They're very, very artist friendly. They're a little, as a producer, I have my own gripes with them that I'll make another video about. I'm not gonna bore you with that, but definitely something you need to check out and sign up for if you're not. It's called Sound Exchange, and this is how you can collect your digital performance rights which would be the master side for XM radio, other things like that. The fourth is sync licensing. This is its own style of beast. This is when you get your song played in TV, film, a stadium, anything like that. It's usually paid on the master side and the composition side. If you're lucky enough to get your song in TV, film placement, I did a whole video on it. I'll put it right above. This is something you'll definitely need to look into because it's its own beast. And the fifth one is public performance royalties. This is when your composition gets played out in a public environment, TV, film, stadiums, anything like that. And to make it even more confusing, there's two sides to this that are paid out. There's a royalty side that is paid out on the streaming side, and then there's a royalty that is paid out by radio, TV, clubs, anything. Of course, I don't know many DJs that are registering their songs for clubs, but this is how it is. So ASCAP or BMI or CSAC, any of those, most people do ASCAP or BMI. That is your performance rights organization. They will collect the composition side from the radio, TV, film, things like that for you. The public performance right on the streaming side is strongly linked to mechanical royalties, which I will go into next. This is basically when the streaming companies get into their revenue. They take a calculation of it, which I'm not even going to try to explain because my brain will explode. And YouTube will probably ban this for shocking content for me even trying. Basically, this is when they get a percentage and they pay it out of their revenue to artists. And this is a collection from performance rights organizations as well. The sixth one is mechanical royalties. This used to be present in CDs, tapes, vinyls, anything like that. But now it's, like I said, it's streaming. So this is when somebody chooses an actual song. This is why it's different than Sound Exchange. Somebody has to actually go in and choose your song's sound exchange. It's always tough to say. Is a non-interactive stream. This is something you're going to need to get with a music publishing administrator to collect some of these royalties. These are paid out to the Harry Fox agency, and getting with a music publishing administrator will make your life so much easier, and you'll collect a lot of royalties you did not even know were there for you. They take a percentage whenever they collect money from you, usually about 15%, I think is the average. But this is way more than you would even get, I promise, because there's a lot of things out there you don't even know you collect. Especially as a producer or a writer, if you've written for songs, there's a lot of things out there that you might have some money sitting for you. So in conclusion, I know it's probably a little confusing. I even still get confused a ton of times on it. I've been doing this for 15 years and I still don't understand this all the way. In conclusion, these are the things you need to do for it. Sign up for a distributor. Get your music copywritten at copyright.gov, the copyright office online. Sign up for performance rights organizations like ASCAP or BMI. I'll do a video about them. They're pretty close to the same thing though, couple small differences. Sign up for a music publishing administrator, something like Songtrust, or the one I'm signed up for is Music Publishing Administration. It's literally what it's called, run by Nick Velo. It's a great company. Sign up for Sound Exchange as well. Like as a producer, it's a little harder for you. I'm not gonna lie, there's some hoops and things that are not gonna work in your favor. As an artist, this is something I highly, highly recommend. Do it, sign up for Sound Exchange. This is something I highly recommend, especially if you're starting to get a pretty good amount of streams. Look into signing up for Sound Exchange. And once you do that, you'll be covered for about 99% of your royalties. You just gotta register your song and music every time you drop it, or any song you're involved with, make sure you register it every place you can. So now that your head has exploded, let me know in the comments below. If you got any questions, we'll try to work through them. And I appreciate y'all checking me out as always. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Smash it! Smash the like button, please. Like this channel. Garrett is awesome. And he loves Big Ed. And Big Ed loves Garrett, okay? So without further ado, hit that smash button. Hit that smash button and like it. Subscribe. It's awesome.